The Home Affairs Ministry is studying the High Court's judgment in the case of a man who was wrongly arrested and imprisoned on the basis of mental illness. Law and Home Affairs Minister Shanmugam says the ministry is considering whether to apply for permission to appeal. The government will also make changes to the law to close any gaps between its policy intent and current laws if necessary. Mr. Shanmugam was responding to questions filed by MPs about the case of Mah Kiat Seng, who was awarded 20,000 Sing dollars in damages last month for being wrongly imprisoned. He was arrested in 2017 after a woman called the police claiming he had touched her son's head. He was also observed to have behaved erratically. The High Court found that he had been arrested because a police officer disliked him and not because he had been assessed to be a threat. Mr. Shanmugam says the analysis of officers' judgments on the ground must also be reasonable and fair. Officers must be given sufficient latitude to make quick ground decisions as well, as long as they have acted in good faith. He explains that an environment in which police actions are unfairly critiqued would undermine public trust in the police.
It will also lead to defensive policing, where the ground officers will try to do the least possible. They will fear that everything they do will be overanalyzed and picked apart unfairly. It would be easier in such situations to not do anything. Defensive policing is essentially no policing, and that can have a detrimental effect on our safety and security. And an unfair characterization of the force will eventually also lead to the public thinking of the police as the enemy and viewing the police with suspicion. That has happened in other countries. We have so far avoided that situation. We have to be careful to avoid that outcome.
Mr. Shanmugam adds there is a framework in place to ensure officers act in accordance with the law, and that has helped maintain standards and trust. The framework includes a process within the police force to investigate any abuse of power and body-worn cameras worn by patrol officers, as well as an independent review panel that can be convened.
If criminal offences are potentially disclosed, we recommend court prosecution and let the courts deal with the matter. The courts thus provide a third layer of safeguards. The supervision of the courts is an integral part of ensuring that our system functions properly.